At this place in history, we're in Newport with Executive Director of the Vermont Historical Society, Steve Perkins. What are we doing here?
So we have beautiful Lake Memphremagog behind us, and we're going to go ask Scott Wheeler, the publisher of the Northland Journal, about how it got its name and what's really cool about Lake Memphremagog.
Lake Memphremagog, historically it's been said it means beautiful waters in Abenaki, but it translates better into like big waters or vast expanse of water, but that isn't so romantic sounding as beautiful waters, but it's Abenaki.
But it is big water, right? I mean, this is a big lake. It's a deep lake.
It's a 30-mile long lake, about, give or take, and only about 5 or 6 miles is on the American side. In Orleans County, particularly in northern Orleans County, Lake Memphremagog has been a big part of life here. Before the arrival of European settlers, this was and still is to a degree the Abenaki homeland. It was a source of transportation for the Abenaki. They camped around it, they lived around it, they fished, they hunted, and then we arrived, the European settlers. We harnessed it for power. As with the Abenaki, we fished it, but we also used it to transport lumber down from Canada, particularly. The softwood lumber came down the lake in the water with booms. The hardwood lumber came down on barges. Right here where I'm being interviewed was at the site of the International Mill, where it was a huge mill, and that's where most of the hardwood was handled.
And is it that lumber industry that built the city of Newport?
Yeah, the lumber industry, the railroad industry, and we also had the famed salmon run that attracted people from all over the Northeast. Tourism was very important, but the lumber industry was a huge part of life here. But there's also, you ask, what was the lake used for? Well, it was used for many things, as I said, but it wasn't always legal. During Prohibition, it was used as a transportation route for illegal alcohol industry. During the summer months, they would come down by boat, and in the wintertime, they'd come down in truck, car, whatever.
So we're right here along the Canadian border right now. I think it's been a tradition of, let's call it, cross-border trade for generations. What's Newport known for today? What can people see here today?
Newport's in an evolutionary period. Newport has never stayed long. It's never stayed the same for long. It continues to evolve. I think during that whole EB5 thing, we stood around with our hands in the air, waiting for the big bundle of money to fall, because it was going to make the area boom. When that didn't happen, I think there's now a group of people who are now stepping up to the plate. We have a long ways to go, but I think there's a bit of growing optimism.
Absolutely, and a gorgeous location, Scott. I mean, this is just, you can't beat this, even on a cold, blustery day like today.
At this place in history.